Hi, I'm Pack Rat 556. I'm out in the woods today and I'm doing some camp maintenance and just some camp chores, trying to work on a few exercises as well. And one of the things I was hoping to do is start a small fire, and I've got a little metal box with me and I want to restock a supply of charcoal for my kids. And I definitely could do that at home, but why do it at home when I can get out in the woods and enjoy the fresh air, which I think is just refreshing for the soul. But one of the things that I found, I was scouting around looking for some firewood, and everything, all the wood is a little bit damp. It's been raining quite a bit lately. It hasn't rained in the last couple of days. The leaves and everything are starting to dry out, but the wood's still damp. And one of the pieces of standing dead wood I found is a piece of pine that's obviously been dead for some time. And it's probably about, I'm guessing, 2 to 2.5, 3 inches in diameter. But the cool thing about this is it's turned into fat wood, and it's where it's drawn a lot of nutrients up from the ground, and that rosin has collected in this small piece of wood, and it's made it very very potent. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells like pine saw. But splintering this up is going to make an awesome fire starter, a fire tinder, which I can use. And if you can find this type of thing in the wild, this is just, I mean, it's worth its weight basically in gold, I would say. In a real survival situation, because this can be used time and time again to get your fire started. This stuff will light very easily and burns very hot. So just thought I would show you guys that. It smells just like pine saw. It smells awesome. So I'm definitely going to make use of this, and I'm going to keep the rest of it for future uses. Use it at my house, starting fire in the fireplace, and definitely for camp. I can also splinter this up and carry it in my fire kit. So fat lighter, if you can get out in the woods and you can find a piece like this or fat wood, this stuff is awesome. Okay, well, I found one more specimen here, and I wanted to show you what it looked like intact before I actually cut into it. If you are searching for fat wood, this will give you an idea of one way that you might see it in the wild. This is actually a pine tree, and I'm going to just kind of pan up here, and you can see what the top looks like there. It's broken, so this tree is completely dead and rotten in most places. However, what you see right here is a big knot in the tree, which is where at one time a branch came out. And what's happened is a lot of the rosin has collected up in this area. So I'm going to try to zoom in on this and cut it just a little bit to kind of show you what this looks like. So most of this wood, a lot of this stuff is just kind of rotten, you can see, but around this area here, yeah, that's real nice, actually. I'll try to just get a little bit of it here. Oh yeah, definitely. I want you to look at the color of that. Don't know how clear that's going to show up on the camera, but that stuff is very, very sappy. It's got a lot of rosin in it. And that whole knot right there is going to be awesome as a fire tinder, fat wood. So that's just to give you an idea of what this stuff will look like when you see it in the wild, or one form. Sometimes it might be small tree saplings that have died and the top's broken out, and you know, part of that wood, if you cut down into it, there might be some rotten wood around it. When you cut down into it, this is what you're going to find on the inside here, this fat wood. So just wanted to share that with you and show you what to look for when you're out. Okay, I came across one more perfect specimen of what you should look for when searching for fat wood in the wilderness. This is one big pine tree, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So it's dead and, you know, covered with leaves and brush and that type of thing, rotten. The trunk is all rotten. But down here, you can see there's a little bit of the root system left. And my suspicion is if we cut into this just a little bit, yep, look at that. Perfect example. Oh yeah, very potent fat wood. Okay, and so that whole bit of root right there, if I cut down into it, into the center, that's what I got. Perfect fat wood. Very potent smelling. So that's an idea. If you can find a pine tree that's fallen down and you see the roots sticking up like this, especially when all the other trees are rotten and there's still some root here, you cut into that right there. Even in that piece right there, look at that. The outside's no good. If you look down in that center piece there, there's fat wood. And so all you got to do is just cut that out using your axe, or you can use your knife. That stuff's real sappy. It's kind of sticky feeling. That's fat wood. All right. Another idea what to look for. Okay, guys, when you're preparing your fat wood to work on your fire, all you have to do is just shave a little bit off like this. This little knot there is making it difficult. But these shavings will start up really easily and get your fire going well. Probably work better from this end where I don't have a knot. But you can get the idea of how I'm doing that. Not to bore you by watching this for a long time, but anyway, those little shavings off this piece of fat wood are going to go up and make my fire start very quickly. So just an idea on how to use it if you can find it. So just after a couple of minutes of shaving this stuff off, you can see I've got a nice little pile of that there. Just skinning it off a little bit. I probably got enough at this point to complete my task. Okay, well, thanks to that fat wood, I was able to get my fire going real nice. I've got it nice and hot now, and so it's time to make that char cloth I was talking about. All right, so I appreciate you guys watching. As always, take care. God bless you.